Alright, just want to do a real short video today. It's Missing Dog Saga Day 2, and she still has not been found. We spent a shit ton of time walking around today. I walked my dogs over here at the school and then took Taz and Ziva back and then brought Gidget back out with me, and we walked around the field across the street from the school. It was very tedious. Went just under 3 miles just looking at through the brush in the fields, and it was a lot. I feel like I could really go for a nap right now. Before I came over here, I threw her in the tub to wash her feet off because I know they've been spraying chemicals in the fields. So, but she was a little trooper. She handled it, and since it was less than ideal to be running around the fields doing that much exercise without food, I went ahead and broke my fast. I might go ahead and pick it back up tomorrow. I'm not sure. Have not really committed one way or another. But one of the things that apparently... Okay, so I've mentioned yesterday, I feel like the whole thing is for a purpose, right? And I don't know what exactly the purpose was, still don't, but at the same time, it feels like it's kind of, I don't know, just provide new perspective and new ways of looking at things, maybe. Like, one of the things I had my mom do as soon as we got the car situation figured out, she called the lady with the rescue, and she came out and was helping us look. And I guess last night she had my mom send her some pictures of the dog, of the house, of a couple pictures of my mom and dad. And apparently she's an animal communicator. The lady with the lady that is connected to the lady with the rescue, and the lady with the rescue swears by her, says she has helped her find multiple other dogs in the past, and of course sent healing energy for other dogs with injuries, and she said she knows it works because she sent her the healing energy going into a back surgery, and it went really well. So, yes. But last night, my mom asked me if I have any pictures of the house. It's like, do you need a full picture of the house? Because that I don't have. I said, I'm like, there's the pictures of the house that I have something else in them. Like, I sent her one picture that had Piper in it, but we were in the backyard at my aunt's house and Piper was just staring at the house. And apparently it didn't matter if it was the front of the house, the back of the house, the side of the house, what of the house, or what it was. It just needed to be a picture of the house. So I sent my mom a few different things. Yeah, so but it's like, I had a picture of Gidge with her giving me a dirty look out the front window when it was open, and she looks like she was in the middle of barking at me, but she's got this real concerned look on her face. Then I found one of Ziva doing the same in the back window of the back of the house when I was in the backyard. And I think that was, I had gone out there to probably pick up dog toys or something for my uncle to mow, or for the guys to spray the yard, or whatever else was happening. And she was just pissed that I locked her in. But the picture of Piper looking longingly over at the house seemed to be the I think that was the one that was the winner. And then she's talking about not having any recent pictures of her and my dad. And then as I was looking through, I just started sending her all sorts of weird shit. But I found a picture of her and my dad running around on those electric carts at the zoo when, it's got them sitting on their little carts, and then me, Gracie, and my aunt grinning in the corner. So it's like, this is more recent. So I sent her that, and I just started sending her all sorts of weird pictures. But yeah, apparently, it was kind of funny because my mom said, well, she's apparently a psychic or something. And I was like, okay. And she said, I wish I had a skill like that. It's like, no, you don't. You wouldn't trust it. It's like, that's one of the most important things, is learning how to trust yourself, and you absolutely would not trust yourself. So, yes. And I can say that, speaking from experience as a person that's grown up in her house. I was raised not to trust myself because, it didn't serve the family dynamic if I learned to trust myself and learned that a lot of what my family was saying was bullshit, right? They don't approve of that because it challenges the family illusion, right? So that's the big thing. By the way, so it was just like I don't know if it was, again, there's probably multiple purposes to this whole experience, and I feel pretty confident that she's going to end up back with us. It's just a lot of tedious bullshit in the meantime. That walk in the field kicked my ass today. Because I had mud all over my shoes, and it's like my feet feel like they weigh 20 pounds each. Gidget fared pretty well. The biggest thing was, at one point, I stopped to get a drink of water. I had my bag that I got when I went in for basic training, or when I enlisted. I got this lovely little number, and yeah. So I still have it loaded. It's got PT belts in it and everything. It's like, I'm going to be walking this black dog around. I don't know how long we're going to be doing this, but I don't want people thinking that, like, some kind of wild animal. And there's a lot of people that shoot coyotes around here, and I don't want any chance of that happening. So she got to sport the yellow PT belt, and I figure I'm bright enough, which, you can't really, yeah. I stand out anyway, so whatever. And yeah, so we were just meandering through the field like this, but when I got my water out of my bag, it's like, this is really not an ideal time to be fasting if I'm going to be exerting myself this much. So my aunt and uncle had run over to McDonald's, and they were making a bunch of different runs. They were stopped for drinks. My mom wanted a Diet Coke, and, my aunt asked me if I wanted anything on that end, and, she got me a Powerade that I just realized is still in here. When we got out of the car at the house, that ended up being the stopping point. I was fully intending to go back out after that, but we did not, because what happened from there was my parents were at home because they were trying to work on getting the flyer situation figured out, and I thought my mom said that my brother had actually put together a flyer. Apparently what he did was post really well on Facebook, and it had some pictures with it that were really good. But she was like, I can't figure out how to do this. It's like, yeah, you're going to have, it's not as simple as you want it to be, because she had like a screenshot of the picture and wanted to edit the typing on that. It's like, yeah, that's not going to work. So I finally, since I was home anyway, I was like, give me a minute. I just went back to my office and was messing around with it. I saved the screenshot of the pictures and her and my phone numbers that were on the thing that my brother had posted, and then I put it on a Word document and put missing dog at the top, and then filled in some other information with she's a bi black Sheltie. She got out of her collar over here at the school, and went north on this road out here, and then, we lost sight of her. The last scene headed north on this road. So hopefully, but like we were in a time crunch because it was already 3 o'clock, and the library closed at 4 today. So we had to, haul ass and get that handled. So, my mom's asking me all these questions about it, and I was finally just like, I'll be back. I didn't even tell her what I was doing. I just went in there and was messing around with it, and it ended up working out really well. And then I sent it to her and my aunt, and then my aunt printed a copy off at her house with her printer, and then we took it over to the library and made copies from that. So it ended up working out really well, turned out really well. And my mom said she had somebody that suggested putting it on like neon poster board or something. Couldn't find any neon at CVS, but they had metallic, so we went there. So it's still kind of eye-catching. But then we were trying to figure out where we're going with all these places, right? And we had some that, we were just putting tape to hold it on the poster board. And then there were others that, I like loaded it up with packing tape. So it looks like it's laminated. So if we, put it out on a post alongside the road, it should be okay. But yeah, so then we gotta, figure out if there's any kind of rules for where you can post them. These are all new poles, so nobody's been posting stuff here before. So that'll be fun to navigate to, because, my mom, I was thinking I needed to get a picture of the spot that I fucked up over there in the grass when I got the car hung up. So she apparently went back today and said she felt like she needed a picture of it. It's like, probably, but I'm glad you did. Because I was definitely, I kind of wish it was from a different angle, but I could go back through there tomorrow and easily get one myself. But who knows? I might not. It's, I feel like if I see anybody working through here tomorrow, which there's usually people working through here, it's not blocked off for construction anymore. But I feel like I should probably apologize just because I fucked up the grass that they had all nice and fancy. Well, it wasn't really fancy, but they had like grass seed down and straw over it, and some of the grass was coming up in that spot, and oops. But that was it was an adventure, damn it. I was gonna do a video at home because my mom went over to my grandma's house and my dad ended up staying home, and that would have been fine. I started getting ready to do it in my room, and I actually got 2 minutes of a video, and then Taz went off, and then all the dogs started barking. Apparently there was a delivery, so it's like, that's fucking awesome. So I guess I won't do that here. So I just decided to throw my shoes back on and grab my stuff and come on over here, which works because I forgot that I had all this shit in the car to get out too. Not that any of it's not like I have a purse out here or anything. My fucking ID thing's in my back pocket all the time. So yeah. Anyway, back to the psychic. So apparently the animal communicator said that she saw that she was in a house somewhere. So the last thing from last night was there was a possibility that she had gotten hung up on something, but apparently that was not the case today. And she said it seemed like a white room, maybe a kitchen, and she thought like a Rottweiler puppy or something. I was like, that would make sense if they had a puppy and were somewhere where, the puppy was coming in, then she'd absolutely follow it. Because she kind of follows other dogs' lead. She doesn't come up with anything on her own. So, but if she's in the house, that makes her a lot easier to catch. And then my mom and my dad were both kind of like, well, if she's in a house, they're just automatically, somebody's going to keep her. It's like, You don't know that. It's like, at this point, there are still all sorts of moving parts to this, right? So, yesterday, one of the first things I did was put a thing up on the Indie Lost Pet, and then like this paw boost thing, and then on Facebook, so I was trying to get it out there as much as I could, for the area, so so we could get some assistance. But then, it hasn't gotten much traffic at this point, but, my brother shared it, my aunts have shared it, my brother shared it, because he's not up here anymore, but he knows a lot of people here still, so, there's that. But, I figure the more it's out there, the more people will be inclined to remember, right? And the lady with the rescue said to prioritize getting the flyers ready today, so we got that handled, and now they're getting posted. My aunt and uncle took a few when they had a final run before they went over to my grandma's house, and I got some ready to be posted outside, as well as, we got some others to be posted inside places, so we were kind of trying to navigate where to put them. So that's actually something that they should probably be doing over at my grandma's house, is coming up with a list of places to put the flyers. But yeah, it's an ordeal. Okay, the moving parts thing. My dad mentioned something about somebody who knew who had, I don't know if he had seen it or had wanted it like a copy of the flyer or whatever to send out, in case he knows different people. So when they're like all trying to be stressed about things, we don't need that high. It's like there's a lot of moving pieces here before the right things come together so that we can get the dog back, right? But it's like, if you just automatically give up and say, well, we're not getting her back because she's in somebody's house, it's like, that's not really a useful idea to try to, as soon as you start catastrophizing, that's what you're going to try to bring in, right? But if you continue to, be aware of the fact that it's fucking Sunday, and maybe they were waiting on the vet to be open, or like animal control or whatever, to go take the dog there to see if it had a microchip. Because my mom said that the lady with the rescue told her today that PetSmart has a microchip thing. It's like, that makes sense that they would, but at the same time, I wouldn't have thought about that. Like, before she said that today, I absolutely had never considered that PetSmart would have one of those. And it's just one of those things, if you don't know, you don't know, right? So, she mentioned that. It's like, well, then she probably just, or whoever has it probably just didn't realize that's even a thing anyway. It's like, it's fucking Sunday. You can't just immediately assume that, especially since a psychic saw it in a house, it might be there, or maybe not. I don't know. The dog's probably just desperate for a place to go and she's not real good with the home thing. But it makes sense that she wouldn't be, because I guess since the rescue got a hold of the dogs, because there was, it was a couple of breeders. The wife died, and the husband couldn't do it by himself. So the kids made the decision to send the dogs off to rescues. But it kind of sounds like it was, borderline hoarding. If the biggest thing is, for breeders, they weren't putting the effort into socializing and, getting them to be able to do a lot of things other than have puppies, right? So if your whole life is having puppies, you don't know how to interact with the outside world, right? So, they had that home, and then I guess since this rescue in Indiana took 5 of the dogs. Piper was one, and they were all super skittish. But in the time they had her, she'd been in like 5 different homes, or like since she left the place that she was at originally. So it's like she doesn't know how to be a pet, right? That's not something that was, it obviously wasn't something that she was trained with at all, because she is like afraid of everybody. When I catch her and can pick her up for any reason, it's like when she can't run, she just kind of like tenses up and like shuts down, and she just stops, so she goes into that freeze mode. So it's like, but she also, this is the one that's supposed to be home, and she's got other dogs to help show her the ropes and everything, but she's still she's a lot better. She was. We'll probably be back to, ground zero at this point, with her being lost and ending up with somebody else for this time, but she was starting to play and get more comfortable with, she knew that she was supposed to sleep in my parents' room, and she was sleeping on my mom's feet on the bed. Like that was her spot, which that was also Holly's spot, so it makes sense that would be her spot. But then beyond that, they're not working with her, so they're not. My mom is going to sit at the table and play on her computer as much as anything. It's like, if you sit on the couch with her and make her sit with you, that would help, right? Anything to get her more used to the people, but like my mom's thing is, if she's going to be sitting there on the couch, then she's going to be thinking about she could be brushing the dog. So then it's like, well, you're still not, yes, it's helpful and it needs to be done. They've been to the groomer at this point, so they didn't need it as bad, but the dogs need the attention without it being because you're doing something. The dogs just want to be in your company. I actually got a couple really cute pictures of Peppy earlier, because I sat on the floor. Every now and then I'll sit on the floor to, pet Ziva or whatever. And Ziva's a little pissed at me because I left her at home and took her sister. And the first thing her sister did, also, after we were done walking over there and my aunt showed up with McDonald's, my aunt and uncle got her a whole Happy Meal to herself. So she was, feeling like tough shit. She got a whole Happy Meal. She came back and was in Ziva's face like, hey, guess what I got to do that you didn't get? I got food and I got to go spend all this time with mom and blah, 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 and you didn't get to go, right? That's that jealousy thing with the sisters, because when I left Alabama for the practice round, Gidge and Taz had to stay behind, right? And then I still got to spend a few days each month with them for the 9 months that I was gone, but still it's not the same. It definitely damaged the whole pack cohesion, because, they were jealous because Ziva got to go and they didn't. They got stuck with the dummy, and yeah. So Ziva was pissed at me, so that means I needed to make sure I leave my bedroom door shut so she doesn't pee on my bed, because that's what she does when she's mad at me. Which it is usually shut anyway, because Pepper has the tendency to go and pee on my floor. I think with her, it's as much irritated that I brought these little heathens with me and moved back in, but also she's 13 and doesn't really want to go all the way to the front of the house if she's not already going that way. So she just she likes to go on my carpet, whether that's in the bedroom or the office, or if I have any towels or my rug on the bathroom floor. She's a pain in the butt about that. But I'm starting to, like, my bedroom door shut all the time through the day. In theory, I'd like to leave it open because, if Ziva wants to go lay on her bed, but she doesn't. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to start shutting the office door, which I hate having to do that too because, Buddha likes, he gets chatty, and every now and then my dad will just stop in the door and talk to him from there. And it's all right, whatever, as long as y'all are happy. But yeah, so these kids are pains, man. But I also got the couch gone today. That was a whole ordeal yesterday. I posted the couch for free before I went to the bank, before I walked the dogs, and then lost the dog. And I think I deleted like 20 messages because it just said free couch, dog friendly home, needs gone by the end of the weekend. And I got so many people that contacted me about that stupid thing. The first guy did fall through. I finally sent him a text yesterday. I said, okay. I said, I have a dog that I'm in the process of searching for, and I have got to delete this post. I said, so if you can just like send me your phone, I sent him my phone number. I said, if you just send me a text that says couch, then I'm going to delete this post because I can't do this while I'm trying to do this other thing. Look for the dog, deal with the fact that I got my car fucking hung up in the mud, like a lot. Where's that one? Okay. Nope. Didn't get it yet. I have spots on my windshield. It's right there on my forehead. Okay, if it's not that one, that one's on the outside, so guess we're screwed. Oh well. But anyway, I had all that I was dealing with. That guy ended up falling through because he said first he was going to have to wait on his wife to get home from work, which was going to happen around noon. It's like, all right, just keep me posted. And then when I connected with him this morning, he kind of seemed a little bit iffier and asked if there was like any tears or anything wrong with it. And there were some spots that weren't ideal, like the restore people wouldn't take it because it had some fraying on one of the corners. They actually didn't see the thing that my mom thought was going to make them leave it behind, which was there was some stitching that had come undone. It's not really noticeable. And I think it happened when it was being carried at some point because that couch is fucking heavy. But anyway, I sent him pictures of the things that I knew it had, and he sounded kind of iffy about it. I said, if you happen to change your mind, let me know, preferably early, so I can get it gone. And he, eventually he said that his buddy canceled. He said that from him to my house and back to his house was a 2-hour round trip. So it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go on to the next person then. So there was another one that was like, I want it. And I think she was probably younger, but she sent her dad, and he found a friend to help get it. I was struggling, but I helped him too. But yeah, the three of us got it on the truck. Of course, when we get over to the truck, the one guy is her dad was like this little skinny old dude, and he was struggling. And so I went up more toward that end. The other guy was kind of struggling too, but he was not as scrawny as the one dude. So I went, I stayed kind of in the middle, but a little more toward the front, and was working on, getting it situated, or helping them get it into the truck. And, we get over there, and it's like kind of difficult to get it up the last couple of inches to get it into the truck so we could slide it in. And it's like, I want to just get in this dude's truck. It's like, do you care if I get in your truck and pull it up from there? And he's like, no, that's fine. So I got up there and we got it in. And it was fine. It was a pain, but it was fine. And they were not thrilled that it was that heavy, but yeah. I mean, it had the ends reclined, so yeah, anyway, I'm glad to have that thing out of there. And then my uncle helped me move the other chair from that room into the other room. Well, they were both in the same room, and, you know, we had moved the couch. My mom and I got it maneuvered with the 4-wheel cart into the living room. And then it was just hanging out there. The dogs thought it was great. Because they were just, every time I turned around, they were on it. But it was like the couch that they normally lay on. My mom's put all sorts of stuff that she's trying to get rid of on there. So it's like she's just blocking all the bed. They want to lay down on the couch. And that, you know, the couch is preoccupied. So then we end up with that other couch in there. And hot damn, another couch. But that's all out of there. So the big thing is it is now 10 till 7. And I'm going to be going home to clean the carpet. I told my mom that is her birthday gift. I will clean the carpet again. This, of course, being the same room that my dad shit on the floor and the dogs have done. I think it's mainly the one that's MIA, but not completely. I think Taz needs to, you know, get checked out with the vet. He's due for an appointment anyway, but I think I need to get him checked out, possibly x-rayed to see if he's got any issues or if he's just got an old man bladder, because he's not above laying somewhere and then getting up and there's a puddle, which he did that on my bedroom the other day too, or in my bedroom. So yeah, that's not my favorite. But kind of got to clean all the carpet at this point. But the focus tonight is the living room carpet, or the family room carpet. Living room doesn't have carpet, but it gets mopped regularly. The family room has the carpet, and of course, after my dad turned it into a toilet, the dogs made it worse, and hopefully it will no longer smell like a nursing home after I'm done in there this evening, but that, oh my God. It's like anytime anybody's coming out, like I knew those guys were coming out for the couch between 4 and 4:15, so as soon as we got back home, I lit a candle. It's like we're going to try not to kill people with this whole stench. And tomorrow, the new furniture is coming. The new TV came yesterday, and Tuesday, the guys are coming out to mount it on the wall. So that'll be nice that somebody else is going to do it. Because that's one of those things. It's like, anytime we've painted that room, I end up standing on the fireplace, which, you know, it's, I can stand up on top of the fireplace and reach up the corner. It's got this like beam that goes down in the middle of it, which is kind of awkward, but I can go all around the beam at the very corner. So luckily we're not painting it this time around. I really like the greens in there, so it'll probably be that way for a good while anyway. But yeah, they got like a new DVD player that I've had it set up in my office because my mom wanted to see if it worked okay, and shit, it's better than mine. Because I think part of what made her decide to get it was that I was bitching about mine all the time. But then she said, well, we're getting the new TV and, you know, we got a new DVD player. All right. It's like, so I'll just nab the old one and then have DVD players in both rooms instead of just one. Because it's kind of been tedious when, you know, when I'm cleaning my room, my bedroom, I will put the DVD player in there and I'll have a movie or something playing while, that scared the shit out of me. There's a guy on like a little electric bike or something. He just all at once comes around the corner. But yeah, so I'll just nab the other one, since I know where the remote and everything for that is, or can find it relatively easy. But it's 6:55, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up so I can go ahead and work on cleaning the carpet, because kitty, it's so much fun. Yeah, and hopefully it works better since it's been there for a little bit longer. And, he did it the first time, and then we went to close the house up to turn the air on for a little bit, and I hit it with the carpet cleaner then, but it seemed like it made it worse. But then when I did it again, it seemed like it spread it out even further. It's like, at this point, I don't try to go that way without shoes on. But today, I'm going to fix it, damn it. And we're just going to go with the assumption that it's all going to work out right. I'm going to get it all cleaned up and it'll be fine. Just like the dog. We're going to get her back. Everything will be okay. That actually might be helpful that she's not in the middle of things while we got all this other crap going on. Of course, then we're going to get her back and have different furniture and everything. So let's just confuse her even more. It's like, I remember this place, but it's changed. So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. So as always, I appreciate you. Until the next time. See ya.